Everyone is chasing the same fragrances right now. These are the ones that nobody's talking about that deserve more attention. Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gerard. Today we're talking about fragrances, more specifically the 7 fragrances that I wore every single day last week. So if that's content you want to see more of, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit that hype button. It truly helps the channel, me, and I appreciate it. But let's not waste any time. Let's jump right into it, starting with Sunday. This first one is perfumed by Olivier Cresp. So if you know, you know. Scent we are talking about is Cerruti 1881 Bella Notte. Cerruti is really the way you say it. I've said Cerruti. It really doesn't matter. This fragrance is absolutely amazing, and most of you probably haven't heard of this. I hadn't heard of it until this was actually sent to me by one of you guys, so I appreciate it. It has this fresh, spicy, vanilla, cinnamon vibe to it. So it's kind of like if Bentley Ferment Intense and Nishanes Ani combined and took some of the best elements of both of those fragrances. That's the vibe I get here. The other thing here is that it's really long lasting, and just smelling it right now in the air, it's absolutely incredible. It has this creamy undertone to it. It's a little bit woody, but the spice and the vanilla are really the 2 notes that stand out the most for me. But again, it can't just be one-dimensional, because spice and vanilla, you know, that kind of leans, I guess, maybe a little bit darker, a little bit warmer. There's also a fresh aromatic side to this, a little bit old school feeling in the best way possible. Doesn't smell dated. It's just something different, and I think you guys will appreciate this one. I think you can still find it pretty easily. Some of these, not so much, but you know, bear with me because you're going to want to know about all these. Cerruti 1881 Bella Notte. Of all the fragrances, this next one is probably the hardest one to find. However, there is an alternative. The scent we are talking about is Loewe Solo Platinum. And although this one is, as I said, difficult to find, the original Loewe Solo is very close to this. As a matter of fact, I don't think there's anything that really separates the two. Not a significant thing. So what really stands out to me here is this soapy-like quality. It's almost tea-like, spa type of vibe. But then you have some olibanum, this slight smoky resinous feel, along with some leather. So the combination of those notes is very interesting. This smells like a niche fragrance to me. Loewe has not let me down at all. This is one of the most slept on houses. Aside from that, obviously one of the more slept on fragrances. But why is nobody talking about this house? And why is no one talking about this particular fragrance? My guess is that this brand doesn't pay anyone to talk about them. However, it shouldn't matter, because at the end of the day, it's about passion. It's about what we love. And I absolutely love this fragrance. And if this thing was getting hyped on TikTok, everybody would be talking about it. Loewe Solo Platinum. Shout out to my subscriber Davo for sending me this bottle. I did a first impressions of it last week. I'll link that video down below. The scent we are talking about is Star for Men from Maison. And wow, this really blew me away. This is a cheapie, guys. This can be had for $40 on Amazon right now. However, I did discover that this is, I guess, getting harder to find. It used to be more widely available. Oh man, just incredible in the air. And this is going to be close to something like Leighton from Parfums de Marly. However, this doesn't lean quite as fresh as Leighton does for me personally, but that's not a bad thing. It's a little darker. It has a little bit more of an edge to it than Leighton does. It's a really good performer overall. I got all day long performance from it. It projected nicely. It just smelled better and better as the day went on. So you are absolutely getting your money's worth. I know at one point this was like half the price you can find it for today, but at $40, to me, that's still a steal for a great performer. Smells niche. This ticks all the boxes. I think you guys are going to love this one, especially if you're a fan of Leighton. Again, it is a twist on Leighton. There is something unique here that stands out that I just can't get enough of. Star for Men from Maison. So why this next fragrance doesn't get any love, I'll never understand it. It's a new release from a really popular house at one time. The scent we are talking about is Mugler Amen Phantasm. Now, there are some discontinued fragrances from the Amen line that sell for hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So when this came out, I was really excited because you are getting the Amen DNA a little bit more modernized. And the real standout notes here are the citrus notes along with this chocolate note and patchouli. Just, it's distracting smelling this right now in the air. It is that damn good. It is sweet and spicy, but still remains masculine. And that is something that I personally really appreciate. With all the bubblegum sweet fragrances that are out on the market right now, this is a standout because of the use of the patchouli. I think the patchouli really brings it back down to earth, makes it feel more masculine, while still getting that chocolatey vibe along with the citrus fruitiness. So it's sweet, but it's more fruity sweet than artificial sweet. And again, another fantastic performer. This stuff is amazing. I'm going to try to link this down below. I don't know how widely available it is anymore. My sense is that you can still get your hands on this. And if you are a fan of the Amen line, it still has nods to the original, older releases from that line. It's going to remind you of some others from the Amen line with a modern twist. Mugler's Amen Phantasm. This next one is probably the best performer on this list in both projection and longevity. The scent we are talking about is Faris Al Arab from Maison Asrar. And shout out to Maison Asrar for being kind of a newer, I guess, Middle Eastern house on the scene, but they have absolutely just knocked it out of the park with some of the best fragrances I've put my nose on in a long time. And this is no exception to that. My wife really liked this when I had it on that day. She picked up on it and really liked it. She is not typically into sweeter fragrances, but this one stood out to her. The way she described the sweetness here is like the way it would come across in like a cherry cordial or liqueur. And it is definitely that, along with some musk, some woods, amber. And what I like is that sometimes amber can be sweet on its own. They combined the amber with that cherry liqueur accord, and it just works. The two kind of go back and forth to what you pick up on the most, and it's all balanced really nicely with that musk, and it's a little bit woody and smoky in a way. So this stuff is addictive. This is supposed to be a dupe of Clive Christian's Blonde Amber, and yeah, I mean that's way more expensive, so you're gonna save a ton of dough if you like that fragrance, but you want something really close to it. This stuff on its own, incredible. And again, performance, second to none. Faris Al Arab from Maison Asrar. There's some heavy hitter perfumers on this list. Terry Wasser actually perfumed this next one. Look him up. Scent we are talking about is Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. And this, guys, okay, this for me is elegance. It is put together masculinity in the best way possible. And you can wear this anywhere. You can wear this anytime. Wow. Guerlain level, just this gets it right. It is super addictive. It is so refined. It's green. It's aromatic, but also and it has freshness, but it also has this boozy note to it, this undertone of like booze, like a rum, like you're almost on vacation. It's so damn good. I don't know no one talks about this anymore. Like it's sad actually, because like we become obsessed with new releases, and some of the best fragrances are just sitting there. Some of you guys might even already own this. And I hope this inspires you to reach for it again, because smell this again. It is gorgeous. Nothing is overdone here. This is uplifting in a way that it just puts you in a good mood. You feel more confident wearing this. It does everything right. And only the way Guerlain could. It just does every single thing right. When you smell this, you're going to be like, wow, this smells different than a lot of the things that I've probably been wearing. And I'm going to reach for this more. And I can't wait for the spring, because this definitely puts me in a spring vibe. I'm going to wear this more. I'm going to make the effort to reach for this more. Guerlain Homme Eau de Parfum. So on Friday, I did my last rack store pickup. I picked up a discovery set from this house, and I just grabbed one of them from the Discovery set and decided to wear it that day. The scent we were talking about is Zest and Vetiver from Michael Malul. And this is like a niche version of Dior Sauvage. It truly is. And it doesn't open like Dior Sauvage. Nice atomizer on there. Oh yeah, it actually reminds me slightly of Tumi's Kinetic, which is my favorite Dior Sauvage DNA. It's to me that it's an elevated Dior Sauvage DNA. That's super slept on too. That could have easily made this list. Tumi Kinetic, incredible. This is right there with it. It's a little different though. This is a little more earthy to me, especially in the opening. It uses a basil note here, so for some people that might be a little off. You know, if you cook with basil, you might just be a little turned off by having an aromatic like that in your fragrance. But I beg you to definitely give it more time, because like after the first, I personally love it how it's used here, but after the first few minutes, it definitely settles in. This is long lasting on me. You get that spicy, fresh, clean, all the things that you would expect from a modern masculine fragrance, but it's just done in a super smooth, clean package. It's like really, really nice. The other thing I like here is that it's a little warmer than what you might get from a Dior Sauvage. So the amber in the base really comes through. You have oak moss, and then with those notes, it leans a little more mature than what you might expect, but in the best way. I personally love that. And it just smells like a really nice put together fragrance that I think you'll appreciate. And this was not on my radar. It truly was not. Really no Michael Malul fragrances were until I picked up that Discovery set. So it did its job. Zest and Vetiver from Michael Malul. Guys, that's it. All 7 fragrances that I wore every single day last week. As always, would love to know what your weekly rotation was. Drop it in the comment section down below. We are on the road to 28,000 subscribers. I plan on doing another giveaway, as I always do with every 1,000 subscribers added. So be sure, if you like this video, to like it, subscribe, hit the hype, do all the things. I truly appreciate it, guys. And as always, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.